Chapter 9, Life of a Drum Major. Thanks for letting me borrow an outfit for Twin Day, Susie. Okay, so we're still friends on Twin Day this time.
I got you. No problem. I wear this outfit every day, so I have plenty to spare.
I like that we broke the fourth wall there. Now, we'd better hurry to the field or we're gonna be late.
Hold up! We need to take a selfie.
No time! Do it on the field. We rush to the field only to find it half empty. Band kids are moseying their way on over from breakfast.
See, I told you we had time. Your clock runs fast.
Oops. Sorry, Susie. Right as always.
Let's do this. It's okay. Come on, selfie time!
We take about a dozen pictures of our get-up for Twin Day. Dressing up as Susie is pretty fun, and it saves me money.
Perfect. I'll definitely upload these once the internet becomes a thing again.
I look forward to it. Susie leaves to get her sousaphone while I scan the field for more friends. Huh. Still no Garth. He must be really sick. Hopefully he comes back before band camp is over. I wouldn't count on it. Hi. Oh, it's Clark.
You sound disappointed.
That's because I am. Why aren't you participating in Spirit Week?
What's the reward? A fistful of candy for the winner? I don't see the point.
The point is to have fun. You should loosen up and join us. Join us! I clasp my hands and give him my best puppy dog eyes. Clark holds up a hand to block the power of them.
Enough. What is tomorrow's theme?
Hero Day. Don't tell me you're going to take part!
I didn't say that.
Ho, but then why did you...
I'm going to tune my clarinet.
I guess I should get ready too. Clark the hero, eh? We spend the entire morning learning the drill to Jupiter. There are a lot of dangerous cross-throughs and impressive sets. I do everything I can to help the freshmen keep up. I wind up spending a lot of time with Pop-Tart.
I like your outfit, Cadence.
Thank you, Pop-Tart.
You're Susie's twin?
Yep, but let's not talk about that right now. We should be focusing on this drill.
I'm confused.
I think I know where I'm going. It's just hard to retain all of this new information at once.
You'll get it down with some practice.
Hey, Clark! Sir.
Uh-oh. Clark's not in trouble, is he?
We're ready to start running these sets. I need you to come follow the drums around with the metronome again.
But I need to learn these sets too, and also make sure my section knows what to do.
I've seen you. You got it down. It'll only be for a little while.
Hey, you know what? Clark's got, like, his thing he's got to do. I'm doing my drum major stuff, okay? What I'm doing is also important. Sorry, Clark. I know, like, it would be nice, but it's kind of like saying he's not capable, and it gets kind of dicey over there. I'm just gonna let them deal with it. I'll keep helping on the field. Clark is my so-called understudy, after all. This job falls to him. Exactly.
Cadence, would you get up on the podium? I need a drum major for this part of the rehearsal.
Sure. On the way to the podium, I pass by Clark and give him a little nudge. Good luck. He musters up a weary smile. Aw.
Thanks.
Poor guy. At least he was nice about it. He wasn't like, why didn't you help me? Practice drags on. Finally, it's over. Time for lunch. He doesn't look very happy. I wonder what's on his mind. Nothing good, Cadence. Nothing good. I eat lunch with my usual crew, but Clark is absent today. Has he finally gotten sick of me? Or maybe he's just resting in his room, living that introvert life. I'm trying to decide if Clark comes across to me as an introvert. I I don't know. I don't get those vibes from Clark. Am I crazy? I mean, he's withdrawn. He's just like very intense about like the right way to do things. I don't know if that classifies him as an introvert. I just think a lot of people have trouble dealing with that personality, so he's often alone. And I think he's fine with being alone, but I don't think he actively seeks it out. I don't know. That's just my vibes of Clark. Strangely, I find myself missing him. The group doesn't seem as fun without him here. Not that I would exactly call him the life of the party. I'm going to see if he'd like to walk over to the band room with me. Hey, Clark! Want to walk to practice with me? Oh, God. Why would you just walk into somebody's room? Without a second thought, I opened the door. At least he's half-dressed. What do you have pinned to your wardrobe, sir? Like, what is that adorable picture? It looks great. Just saying. I'm definitely looking at the picture, by the way, and not shirtless Clark. Just for the record. It's super cute. Oh.
What?
What are you doing here?
Why are you naked?
I was putting on a clean shirt for practice, in what I thought was the privacy of my own room.
Don't you lock the door?
Don't you knock?
I'm sorry! I guess my brain faculties just kind of shut off for the day.
No kidding.
Can I ask why you're holding your clarinet?
I got distracted. I thought of a new composition while I was getting dressed and had to figure it out on my clarinet so I could write it down before I forgot it.
You compose?
Of course.
I see. I take a deep breath, calming down.
And now, thanks to you, I've completely forgotten my idea and been blessed with this new mortifying memory instead.
I mean, it's not like this isn't something I haven't seen before. Peter and Tom take their shirts off every single night.
Disgusting!
You're comparing me to them.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be so embarrassed. You look great.
Every time you open your mouth, you somehow manage to make this whole situation even worse.
Well, it would be way more embarrassing if you walked in on me changing. The image. Don't imagine it!
You're the one who put it in my head!
With excellent marching band-like coordination, we both bury our bright red faces into our hands. You two are out of control. I struggle to remember what it is that I came in here for and squeak out my request. So would you like to walk to practice with me?
No.
Now get out already!
I'm sorry, Clark! You really do look good without a shirt, though. Clark's muffled voice shouts from the other side of the door.
Never speak of this again!
Sorry. I'm not a nympho slut, I swear. Afternoon practice comes around and Mr. Wiley doesn't look much better. When we're 15 minutes from the end, he takes my place on the podium.
If you have your music out, put it away. Turn your stands around and stand up. We're running the show.
Why are we running it now? I let Mr. Wiley take the reins for 10 minutes. The band plays straight through the show. At the end...
Hold it.
Not everyone is playing.
Uh-oh. There's a long silence. No one dares to break it.
Remember our little exercise on Saturday? I thought that would be incentive enough for everyone to buckle down and memorize their music, but no. We remain glued to the spot that we were in a few days ago. Stuck. Not getting better. I've got it. What we need is a new incentive.
Oh boy.
And here it is. If everyone in the band has all of their music memorized by Friday, I will dye my hair an outrageous color.
Okay, so we're doing this again, are we?
Whoa.
No way! That's gonna be hilarious!
Pop-Tart!
You'd better memorize your music, Pop-Tart!
I'm not finished. If you don't have your music memorized by Friday, you will get your hair dyed.
Huh?
All of us.
Not fair.
That's child abuse.
No, just the ones who don't have their music memorized. Colors are pink, orange, and green. If you're too lazy or inept to memorize your music, start thinking about which one you'd like.
It's all good.
No way. We're gonna do it, right, Band? So we can dye Mr. Wiley's hair pink.
I doubt that's going to happen. But you know what? I'd much rather it did than didn't. See you all for evening rehearsal.
He'd rather have his hair dyed pink just so the band will memorize their music? He really does care. But I'm not so sure about that last part. It seems cruel to dye someone's hair just because they're struggling with one aspect of marching band. Hi, Clark. I see you're playing clarinet with a shirt on now. And just like that, his mood was ruined.
You wanna try that again?
Hi, Clark. Always a treat to see you.
Better. So what do you think?
Huh? About what?
About Mr. Wiley's plan. I, for one, think it's a great idea. Positive and negative reinforcement will make everyone try harder.
It's not negative reinforcement, it's just plain punishment.
Correct.
Technically speaking, but you know what I meant.
Clarinets!
I'm going to work hard to make sure everyone in my section knows every single last note. Let's go, you lot. It's sectional time!
But what about dinner? Nope, too late. There he goes. Boy, is he quick. Huh? He was in such a hurry to get out of here, something fell out of his backpack. Looks like a notebook. I'll pick it up and give it to him later. Don't read it, whatever you do. Do not read the composition he has made dedicated to you. Whatever you do.
What? No Clark today?
He's having a sectional.
Good. I don't want to see him or his cronies here ever again. Lunch is my safe space. Clark triggers you.
Clark triggers everyone. This conversation is getting on my nerves a little, just saying. Let's talk about something else. Like what color Mr. Wiley's hair would look best as.
Duh.
Oh, definitely pink. Is this even up for debate?
I don't know. Maybe green is worth considering.
Just not orange. That one's the least outrageous.
Too bad there's no blue for our school colors.
Let's just hope everyone gets their music memorized. Can you imagine the hilarity of having a pink-haired band director walking onto the field with us at competitions?
Yeah. After dinner, I head to Clark's room to wait for him. I wonder what's in this notebook. Knowing him, probably notes on drum major techniques or how to clean your clarinet. Or maybe it's study materials for school. He would totally freaking study at band camp and make us all feel like lesser people. Ah, heck. Maybe I should just sate my curiosity and take a look for myself. Should I? No. We'll do it for a bad ending, but not right now. Because that's just gonna get us in big old trouble. I'll resist the temptation. I shouldn't go snooping.
Cadence? What are you doing outside my door?
There you are! I came to return this to you.
My notebook! You didn't look inside, did you?
Well, that's suspicious. I'm so curious. No way! I didn't want to invade your privacy.
Good. I'm putting this away.
To my surprise, Clark holds open the door for me to follow him in. Okay. I clear my throat to shake off the memory of what happened last time I was in here and observe my surroundings instead. His room is very neat and organized. I loiter by his desk and spot what looks like a drawing done by an elementary schooler taped to the door of his dresser. Yes, that. From Aaron. Adorable. To Clark, the best section leader of the best section. Go clarinets! Clarinets kick brass. From Aaron. I stifle a snort. So, what's in your notebook exactly?
It's nothing. Just venting in the form of mediocre scrabblings.
Venting? It's not about me, is it?
No.
Not everything is about you. It has to do with my cat.
That's right, you have a cat! What's his or her name? What do they look like?
His name is Cole. He's black with light blue eyes. I found him as a kitten and brought him home some years ago.
Cute. Oh my goodness, this face.
Or I suppose you could say he followed me home. Of everyone walking on the streets that day, he chose me for some reason.
Aw.
He was so small and round, like a little potato.
That's too cute! He must have been able to tell that you have a good soul.
A good soul.
Yeah, animals can tell if you're a good person or not.
You really think I have one of those?
A soul? Of course I do! And so did that little potato who followed you home. And because of that, you took him in and gave him a better life.
Perhaps. Then again, my parents forced him to live in the basement since he does not get along with their prize Shih Tzu, Piddles.
Piddles.
His show name is Sir Winston Piddlesworth. And sometimes I think my parents love that spoiled dog more than me.
Sir Winston Piddlesworth. That is quite the handle.
Cole and I are like second-rate citizens in our own home.
Really? Well, even so, I'm sure Cole is very happy to have found you. He has food and a warm place to sleep. Maybe you can try to talk some sense into your parents?
I already have, plenty of times. It does no good.
I frown, not quite sure what to say. I wish Clark would smile again. He looked so happy talking about his cat.
Never mind. I'm going to dinner. Perhaps you would like to, Would you like to go for a walk after practice? That is, if you aren't too tired. We could talk some more.
Sure. I like talking to you.
You can go now.
I got kicked out. Well, I mean, he asked you out on the kind of date thing, and, he needs to prepare. What was with that? I thought we were having a good conversation. I felt like I was learning more about him. I consider our late night walk and feel a little thrill course through me. That's right. We'll talk more later. She recovers quickly. During practice, we start putting Jupiter's music with drill. I find myself wrought with anticipation to speak to Clark again. I wonder what we'll talk about on our walk.
Come on, you lot! That's indoor forte! I want outdoor forte! This is Jupiter, the biggest planet of them all! Now play it like you mean it! Flutes!
Wait, forte? A loud measure of volume. Gotcha.
We know, you can't hear us.
That's not what I was going to say. I can hear you, but you sound lifeless. You're just playing the notes.
Yeah, what else are we supposed to be doing?
Feeling! I want you to feel the music! At the end of this, you should want to grab your flute, spike it on the ground, and do a little touchdown dance.
Oh yeah.
Spike the flutes!
Dog!
I didn't mean literally, dog! Don't you dare touch those flutes!
Never a dull moment, is it? Practice is over. It's time for my walk with Clark. It's a warm evening. I'm sure it will be quite enjoyable.
Hey, you coming?
Oh, go on ahead without me. I'll be back later.
Are you hanging out with Clark again?
What's with that look, Susie? Yes, actually. How'd you know?
I've seen you trailing after him a lot lately. Are you friends now?
We are.
Weird.
Why is that weird?
Because you two totally hated each other a week ago. What changed?
I never hated Clark.
Okay, but you can't deny he hated you.
True, but we made up. And I'm glad we did. I can't stand the thought of someone hating me.
See you later. All right. Well, don't stay out too late.
I wave goodbye to Susie just as Clark walks up.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's drop our stuff off first.
Sounds good to me.
We drop off our things and embark on our walk. So about your cat. What was this cat's name? Oh my goodness. Do not say Piddles, whatever you do. Cole. Cole, do you take care of him?
Correct.
You remembered his name. And yes, I am his primary caretaker. My parents don't pay him much attention, but my siblings like him well enough.
I remember you mentioned having siblings. What are their names?
Claire is my older sister, and Claus is my younger brother. Claire is the captain of the cheerleading team, while Claus is an up-and-coming prodigy kicker for the football team. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Your parents really like the C names, eh? I guess you do too, because you named your cat Cole. Oh, I hadn't. Football and cheerleading, those are the sideshows that perform alongside us at marching band games, right? Clark utters a dry laugh.
Yes. My parents are quite proud of them. My father is quite obsessed with sports, so he is always talking to Klaus about some great play or the next big game. My mother, on the other hand, loves to talk shopping and make up with Claire. I'd say Claire is her second favorite dress-up doll after Piddles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your parents sound like the Blue Mountain School Board. Obsessed with sports, hardly giving any thought to the band. Or you.
It is what it is.
You always seemed like the type of guy who would have strict parents who hold you to really high standards. I kind of thought that, with the way you acted, that might be the case.
On the contrary, there is no standard at all. I remember you said you're an only child, correct?
Yep, you have a good memory. I fall silent, not really wishing to discuss my family situation at the moment. We walk side by side in silence for a little bit. I was talking to Susie, and she pointed out how we hated each other a week ago. I mean, I didn't hate you. What I'm trying to say is, a lot can change in a week.
Yes. I utterly loathed you for taking drum major from me.
Well, he doesn't mince words. As if it was his to begin with.
Well,
But now, well, as you said, a lot can change in a week. If you don't mind me asking, what is it like?
What is what like?
Being drum major. Standing on the podium with the band spread before you, their eyes locked on you, waiting for your signal.
Usually, half of them don't have their eyes locked on me. If they did, our entrances would sound a lot cleaner. Clark's eyes bore holes into me, and I decide I should take his question more seriously. What you just described is a wonderful feeling, Clark. When I look out over the band, it fills me with pride, and I'm so honored to have been given the opportunity to lead them. I don't take my job lightly. When I see them looking to me, waiting for my cue, it makes me want to be the best I can be, for myself and for them.
Good answer.
But at the same time, it's not as great as you've built it up to be in your head.
What do you mean?
I haven't told anyone this, but I feel lonely, in a sense. I'm expected to stay on my podium, do my job perfectly, and serve as an example to my peers. When I was on the field, my friends surrounded me. I could joke around with them during the lulls in practice. I shared a closeness with the band and with my section. But now that I'm drum major, I feel like I've lost that connection. I have no section. It's just me. And if I loosen up too much, the band might follow my lead, and the next thing you know, I'm no longer serving as a responsible example, and I lose their respect. It's a difficult balancing act, but I'm determined to maintain it.
I suppose I never thought of it that way.
It doesn't help that all of my best friends from my old section graduated. I know you're really close with the clarinets. Wouldn't you miss them if you were drum major?
Yes, I admit it. And I hate to think of what kind of mess they would be in without me to lead them.
I laugh. It's too bad the band doesn't have 2 drum majors. I heard we used to in the past when there was almost 100 kids. Maybe if we were a little bit bigger, but... I trail off, wistful. I didn't know you could have more than one. That's cool. In the past few years, the band has only gotten smaller, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
I'm sorry I didn't think of it from your perspective. It's true what they say, that it's lonely up at the top.
I've gotten used to it. And when I have friends like you, I don't feel so lonely anymore. I smile at him. He looks away, flustered by my honesty.
That's right. There's no need to be lonely when you have me.
My heart grows warm, and I smile from ear to ear. The lake looks so pretty tonight. It always does.
Do you ever wonder... Never mind. The night seems to be making me nostalgic.
What is it you were going to say?
Okay, but promise not to laugh at me. I was going to ask...
Do you ever wonder what our lives would be without band?
if the music program didn't exist.
I'd probably be on drugs.
What?
Really?
I'm joking! I've never really thought about it, but I'd probably fill that time with sports. Maybe I wouldn't have quit soccer and volleyball. My friend group would probably be totally different, too. What about you?
I don't know. I have no idea what my life would be without music. It's such a big part of me. It gives me purpose, and without it...
Oh boy, he's really not going to take the dissolving of band very well, is he?
I wouldn't be myself. I would be lost.
He stares across the lake, eyes far away as he tries to imagine a life without his music. I can tell he means every word he says. He would be lost without it. Of course, you can't say that for sure. Maybe you would find something else to replace it.
No. This is what I'm meant to do. Nothing could replace music.
The faraway look in his eyes grows tight with resolve. Their steel depths flash with determination.
Someday I want to become a teacher. I want to foster the same love for music I hold dear within others.
That's wonderful, Clark. He blinks rapidly, coming back from wherever his mind had taken him in that moment.
How rude of me. I've only talked about myself thus far. I'd like to get to know you better too.
Maybe another night. I'm getting sleepy.
I'll walk you back.
Girl dodging all these personal getting to know you questions. Like, yeah, I don't feel like talking about my family situation. Yeah, maybe you can get to know me another night when I'm not so tired. Cadence, you gotta share. Thank you, Clark.
Good night.
You are welcome. Good night, Cadence.
He leaves and I watch him go. That thank you wasn't just for walking me home. What I really wanted to say was... thank you for bearing a piece of your soul to me.